Hey, this is Nate from natelindquist.com, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to get unstuck and get that that pit in your stomach, get rid of that pit in your stomach that says my team's not productive, my business isn't growing. I just feel like, I don't know, I don't have any momentum right now in my business. There's nothing worse than that feeling of like the lethargy. You kind of like, I'd rather take a nap than go to my next meeting, or maybe rather than working on the marketing, maybe I can find a way to get some time off or go for a walk. And the truth is, business owners, as achievers and business owners, it's pretty normal to run into that place where you're just feeling stuck. I like to call that the business growth quicksand. And if you want to escape from that, there's a really simple process that I go through all the time because it's pretty normal. You get too close to what you're working on, maybe a couple things don't go your way, and you got to get yourself unstuck if you're going to continue moving forward and growing the business, because there's people counting on you to serve them, for you to grow and improve and really get your mind power and your creativity going. This is a video from the Journey Power series, the new program that we're launching, and I'm giving you some clips, little bite-sized snacks that you can take advantage of right now. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to eliminate the business growth quicksand, how to reduce and release yourself or escape the business growth quicksand. And here's how you do it. So in business, whether it's you, chief cook and bottle washer, or it's you and a team, inevitably there's a collective energy in a team. And the collective energy is going to be built based on purpose. In the Journey Power program, I talk about unleashing your most valuable purpose. One of the best ways to unleash your most valuable purpose is to remember what the heck it is. So although I have videos on how to get your purpose, initially what you have to do is, if your team knows what the purpose is, you have to get them sort of remembering what the vision is, what this common vision is, so that there's, picturing, where are we headed? What's it going to look like when we arrive? How are we all involved? One of the best ways to do that is to just share, to describe. Here, kind of tell a story. Guys, look where we're going. Team, this is where we're going. And you can do this with yourself. So if you're the only one, you can have this conversation with yourself. Why am I doing this? Who am I saving? Who am I helping? What difference am I making today? You get into this, what I call how may I serve mode, and then you get a vision in your mind where you start to picture, what's it going to look like when I'm changing the world? Because as a business owner, you're designed to give. A business is a giving system. And then so you get the vision clear and you describe it with using as many sensory words as you can. As a restaurant, you talk about creating delicious, life-changing, family-connected experiences where people come down to be entertained, to have freedom from their normal life, to feel like they're part of this ambiance. They're going to get out, they're going to be excited, they're going to taste different cultures and experiences from around the world. You remind your team about that. Remind yourself about that. And now cooking the meals isn't so bad. Maybe you'll come up with ways to deliver on that vision, to make it more ambiance, to change the lighting, to change the music. You'll start to get yourself creatively alive, and the vision is something you practice. You say the words and you wake up your imagination. So you share that with your team, you share it with yourself, and then what you do is you practice influence, and influence is about creating a change. So what you need to do is ask questions of yourself and your team that are designed to get you excited, to get your energy going. Really, to get out of the quicksand, you got to be moving forward. You can't be standing in the quicksand. You got to grab onto something that's beyond the quicksand that pulls you out. All right? Otherwise, you're trying to tread sand. You're trying to tread mud. You stand in one spot saying, geez, I'm right here in the middle of this problem. Every time I kick and scream in the middle of this problem, I sink deeper into the quicksand. But if I grab onto a vision that's outside the quicksand, I hold on to it, then I create influence. And here's what influence looks like. Ask questions that help generate understanding. So if you're stuck, let's go back to the restaurant analogy. You could say, how do I exercise influence in a restaurant? Well, let's see. What would be the most exciting ambiance I could create to create the culture of Italy? Or what would be, how can we make, the next week or the next month of meals the most inspiring and flavorful that we ever have? How can we source them directly from recipes and people who inspire Italy and Italian food? How can I feel more excited about the process of cooking the food, where I'm able to put more love, compassion, energy, and enthusiasm into the preparation process? Just ask questions. How could I bring more people into the experience for more value? You start asking questions and it wakes up. And the cool thing is, if you ask the team, then you do something magical. You listen. Listen to the responses. Get the team, get yourself involved in coming up with and listening and understanding the world of your team and the answers that are most exciting to them. Then what you do, based on the outcomes that you get from understanding your world and the team's world, you start to say, okay, what steps can we take to make that come true? Now, some of the questions you ask might be based on problems. So what you can say is, you know, how can we get more clients in here? How can we create more value so people will pay us more for the experience? How can we make the business more sustainable? Then you'd say, okay, what are the steps we all think we could take? And you know what? Even if you're coming up with it yourself, bring people in who you trust to help come up with those answers. The answers are there. Do what I call a 20 ways exercise. Come up with 20, 30, 40 ways. Whatever it is for you, just peel back the layers of what could you do, what steps could you take to create that change, and then pull you out of the quicksand. The last thing is schedule the steps. Give your team a plan, a picture of, you know what, we're committed now. On Wednesday, we're going to take this step. On Thursday, we're going to take this step. Over the next 2 weeks, we're going to do these steps. Here's who's responsible for what. Go, go, go. And get everyone pumped up. Like, guess what, guys? Reiterate, we're scheduled now to create that vision. We all understand what we're going to do. We know the steps we're going to take, and we got it on the calendar. And then, before you leave the scene of getting out of this quicksand, take the first step, because the longer you stand there without movement, the further you sink. You got to grab on. You got to take action. That's how you get out of business growth quicksand. You build enthusiasm around vision, influence, taking the steps, scheduling it, and taking action. This is Nate from natelindquist.com. If you want to unleash your most valuable purpose, don't get stuck in the quicksand. If you like this video, you're going to see 2 a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. Share it with someone else. Give them some value. There's no better way to help your world than to help someone else's. Like the page, and just do something about what you heard. Speed of implementation is important. I'll talk to you soon. Have an awesome day.